I was diagnosed in January, and of course it's very devastating news when you hear the C word. I decided right then and there I was going to fight it with everything I had, and that I know a positive attitude is the best medicine that you can have.
They actually did a scan and found the cancer, and it was the Friday before I was helping with the Race for the Cure, so it was kind of surreal. I was there and watching all this happen, and to these people, it used to be, you know, these people that I was there to support them and to help and to do this for them, and now all of a sudden I was part of that group, you know, and I realized that I was, you know, it was me now, and it was my family now.
I just wasn't ready to be the cancer patient. That I was not comfortable with that role at all. And so it was a very private journey for me, but I felt like the scripture, the journal writing, just sort of, you know, I really was very cognizant of what I was filling my mind with. I really tried to be positive and encouraging during that time and not fill myself with a bunch of negativity.
Unfortunately, Steve and I, we were already familiar with the whole world of breast cancer. We understood the terms, we understood, you know, the process and all of that. But as far as the emotional impact, it was greater because I had my babies now. And, you know, I don't believe any kid should have to see their parent go through something like that. And, you know, I was frustrated because I had to miss my daughter's first day of kindergarten. You know, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. You know, that's a moment in her life that was, I feel like, stolen from me. And I just didn't want to not be able to be there for them, not to be able to be the mommy in the fullest capacity. And it's really hard when you go through something like this because you, especially for me, because I don't like to depend on other people. I'm usually the one that's helping others, but you're put in a position where you have to rely on other people to help you. Like, you can't bathe yourself. You can't go to the bathroom by yourself. You can't, it's hard, you know? And so I did go to the counselor again because I just needed a checkup. I felt like I was healthy enough to understand and identify what the grieving process looked like, and I was able to give myself grace to embrace each stage and to really walk it out. And Steve and I had gained a lot of communication skills to know how to give each other the space to be honest. And, you know, it sucks, and to have those hard days, and for him too. And knowing that, you know, I had great friends around me now because I had started a support group. And the first time I didn't have anybody. I didn't know anyone. But we had developed this community now that I felt encouraged and uplifted and hopeful. And so I was able to pull myself out easier than the first time. The first time I just felt very like I was spiraling out of control because I had no skills whatsoever. But this time I felt more empowered. My favorite Integris moment was the launch of our breast cancer survivor group. We launched in February and we had a makeover party. So I had stylists come from DK Salon, and all the ladies got their makeup done, and we had pictures and we had food, and it was a great time. It was a fun just launch time of ladies coming together to feel beautiful again, and just you know, a new smile on their face, walking away refreshed, especially when you maybe have just finished chemo and you don't feel very pretty, or you just had your breasts cut off and you don't feel like a woman. And to have somebody dote on you and just make you look extra special was just a wonderful time.
What really stands out to me was the first day I walked in and met everyone. And it was like I had known them for a long time. And their motto of many working for one, that's exactly what it is, and that's how they make you feel, that you're the only patient they have. So it's been a great experience for me.
I was getting a regular chemo treatment one day, and one of the nurses had been a long-time nurse that had worked with stem cell transplant patients. And the doctor had pulled her aside and said, "Jane is really struggling with this decision, and, you know, can you chit-chat with her?" She acted like I was the only patient she had to deal with that day. She sat down right, like as she's poking needles, and doing checking her bags and everything. She just sat right here and she said, okay, so day 1, you do this and this and this. And then day 2, they do this and that and the other. And she went through all 30 days of the treatment and said, now these are the days that are the worst. By the time you get to this period, I mean, she sat there for an hour and a half and walked me through every minute. And then she just hugged me and she's like, Jane, you can do this. You can do this. So I was like, okay, I can do this, So she was so sweet. She was really a very encouraging woman, and thank God she was there, because I'm not sure if I could have made that decision on my own.
And you can choose to have hope, and you can choose to have faith, and you can choose to be positive, or you can not. And that's what I chose. I chose that. And I think that that's, and I think that the people around me gave that as a gift to me, every day. So that's what helped me through. That's what made it what it was. And now, I love being able to share it with people.
The advice that I have is keep a positive attitude, do your research. What was right for me may not be right for you. And just remember that you have a future, but we never know what's going to happen down the road. So get your annual exams, take care of your own health. It's your responsibility, and do it for yourself and for your family. And tell your family every day how much you love them and how much they mean to you. And look forward to the bright future that you have, because I know you'll have one.